Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nasty Gram RPG Podcast for another installment of Choose Your Own Ambition. This is The Blind Leading the Blind, Part 3.
Now I'm waking to pain and shaking. My guts are running out, I'm slurring my
You're almost
speeches.
pressing through brush.
I reach out and like grab a branch and like break it off in my hand.
It grabs you back.
Are you serious?
Yep. Fuck you! Everyone roll initiative.
Oh no. That's a 19.
All right.
That's a 5.
I don't do that.
I take it back.
I was joking.
Take back seats.
It just seems like a natural thing you would do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What did everyone get? V,
11 for Veet.
19 for Bartosz.
Bartos, and Matt,
5.
I also had a 5.
Hilgis, and
In the bush.
they go.
They.
Wow. What did you have, Bartos?
Is that
A
plural
19.
or a pronoun?
19.
They go with you.
Okay.
All of you have kind of felt like you've kind of walked through kind of like a spindly brush area. And as like one thing that John, all of a sudden that you realize at the same time this is happening down at the end of the line, one of the branches no longer feels like a branch. If you had to guess, it's probably a bone. And all of a sudden, you just hear movement everywhere. And there are things grabbing at you and now pulling at your flesh. And I am going to...
I have a +1 dex.
+1 dex?
Yeah, if it matters for
Okay.
who goes first.
You go first.
Yay! Bartosz lets go of the rope in front of him
I like
and then
it.
draws his 2 axes
Excellent.
and just fucking goes to town.
All right.
As he's in the front, he's just going
All right. So...
windmill style.
I wouldn't go windmill. I would not go windmill. We will say for this first round,
Yeah.
you have orientation, meaning you know where you're standing and where people are in relation to
Yeah.
you. They are tied to you,
Yeah.
but you should be careful.
Did we get a long rest, by the way?
You did not when he woke you, you had not gotten a long rest.
Okay.
What's our order on the rope?
So we did not get
Bartosz
one at
won.
all.
We had a long, I think we called it
Yeah.
a long rest when that first thing started. Matt.
Correct.
So we didn't get one since then.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so I got nothing. We
You
bad
got
boys.
cantrips, right?
We soft boys. We soft squishy boys, bro.
Hard Boys to the end.
Hard boys for life. However short that is.
Wait,
hard
so
boys.
You know what? I'm going to retcon that just because you guys are level 1. I will say that you got a long rest. So
thank
Matt,
God.
you do have spells.
Okay.
God.
I'm not that eager to kill you.
Yeah, once we woke up and realized it was dark, we thought, well, might as well sleep for a few more hours, right? What's the?
So who asked that?
They used to sleep in when you're
Blinded.
in pitch black.
Yeah. That's the best part.
Very comforting.
Sometimes I wish I had magical darkness.
To go to sleep.
Yeah, why not?
And so Bartaz, why don't you roll for me?
What is our marching
What am I
order?
rolling?
I
What-
think
what is your marching
I
order?
did say I was behind Bartosz.
Okay.
Oh, you're right behind me? I thought you were at the end of the rope.
Oh, I said like I bumped into you at one point.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd be
me,
behind. I'm not being on the end of the rope.
So I'm rear guard.
rear guard.
All right, cool.
In the rear with the...
As the paladin should.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll attack.
Oh, okay. Do I rage? It doesn't... I'm gonna rage. So I'm gonna rage.
Yep.
I'll make my one normal attack against the darkness. I rolled a 20.
So these are all with disadvantage.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. I have the blind weapon fighting. I mean, well, that's 13.
That is a hit, sir.
Hey,
Well done.
minimum damage. Still a 6 damage.
You feel your axe cleave through something, and you could feel something gripping you
Yeah.
on that side. So it had gripped one arm, and you reached over with the other arm and swiped at it, and you feel it let go of you.
Okay.
It was V.
So good. All right. Attacks all around. John,
Yeah.
1 hit, and that's a 5 damage.
All right. That's 3 damage.
Let's see. Veet. Ooh, 2 hits.
I'm going to use Lucky
Okay.
to re-roll.
One of those or 2 of those?
I'll use it once.
Yep.
If it hits, then I'll use the second one.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay. Then I won't use the second one.
Okay. So you take 3 damage.
Probably should have used it.
And let's see. Helgis. Ooh. You have a 20 hits you. 7 damage. Matt, 1 hit and 3 damage.
Cool.
So all of a sudden, you guys just like again, you feel everything like come alive around you, thrashing sounds. You hear that knocking sound, that kind of the bones. And when things hit you, sometimes it feels like something's just pulling so hard that it's tearing the skin. And other times it feels like something hard, like kind of club-like, almost like a bone, strikes you. That's what you feel, Helgis, as it hits the side of your armor so hard as to make your arm shake in pain.
Ooh. It's going to leave a bruise.
And Veet, you're up.
Veet has his own rope. Mm-hmm. He grabs it and loops it around this rope
Okay.
and feels his requisitionist power, innocuous.
Yep.
And he moves himself. He thinks about where he was, back and away, and kind of backs out into the side.
You feel these branches that were pressed up against you kind of just go slack.
And I think about, I don't think I moved very far into it. Like as soon as I kind of started to feel him, I did that. I grabbed it and broke it. So I just get off to the side until I can't feel anything and just take a knee and I feel for that healing potion and down it.
Okay. And Helgis.
Yes, I need a healing potion when I take 3 hit points of damage.
Helgis, what do you got?
So I say to Al, Al, my friend, back to back. And I'm going to backpedal up the rope
Yep.
until I kind of bump into him.
Okay. You feel a tug at you, John, as you, Ryan, back, because you're next in line, right?
No, he's last in line.
I'm last in line.
Oh, you're last
I'm
in line?
rear guard.
He's
Okay.
second.
1, 2,
I'm second,
3.
but I
Okay.
move like back and away.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Back and away.
So I'm all the way at the end. So I'm actually
and to the
moving.
left.
By backpedal, I'm actually moving towards everyone
Towards everyone.
yeah, he turned around.
until
and-
I got you.
Until I bump
Yep.
into Al,
Perfect.
and then I'm going to attack the darkness.
All right.
Is
Roll
that
away.
comical scene where like the hero backs up against what he thinks is his compatriot, turns around, it's a skeleton.
Does a 21?
Did you roll disadvantage?
I did not roll disadvantage, and I still 18.
That hits.
All right, 9 damage.
You feel something, or you hear something kind of clatter.
All right, I'm gonna try. So after I hit it, I'm gonna I'll shield bash
Sure.
again. So that's not gonna work. It's a 5.
Okay. And let's see, Al. What do you got for me, bud?
I am back to back now with.
You can feel the armor of Hilgis at your back.
I'm going to draw my warhammer with one hand, but I'm going to take this rope that we've been following and kind of wrap my arm around it so that I don't let it go.
Okay.
I don't lose it. And I'm going to kind of not tight, loose enough that I can still move up and down it as if I have to.
Yep.
And I'm gonna yell to Hilgis, keep pushing forwards, and just keep trying to walk forwards up this rope and just swinging the warhammer at whatever fucking reaches out and grabs me.
Okay. So let's. That's great. That's super duper. We're gonna roll a die 10, and on a 9 or a 10, you may or may not hit one of your. You will hit one of your compatriots. Cool. All right. 2. You're good. All right. Make an attack roll for me.
With disadvantage. Oh, that's still pretty good. I rolled a 17 and 18.
That hits. And Bartos, you're up next. What do you get for damage, Matt?
It's only 6.
Again, you kind of hear that clattering sound as it sounds like branches and bones fall to the ground.
Bartos, in his rage and his excitement to fight blind, and he kind of lets go of the rope.
I like
and moves is basically plowing forward into whatever this creature is.
Yep.
So first attack is a 15.
Hit.
And second attack.
You're rolling with disadvantage?
Yep. Is a miss.
Okay.
So hit. 10 damage.
You can feel your axe bite into something, and again, that telltale sign of being kind of wrapped up in these branches seems to slacken as you're pushing forward.
As I'm pushing forward, make sure you call out so I don't smash you in the head.
Can everyone make a dex save for me?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't made one yet.
19.
16.
18.
7.
You stumble as you feel the rope that you're kind of connected with everyone get yanked hard. You don't know if it's a compatriot or what's happening.
Who is that?
And
Bartos?
let's see. Attack.
Someone pull.
Nothing.
No, I'm here.
John,
No? Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Hilgis. And one on you, Matt.
I think Veet may have gotten yeeted.
Matt, you feel this viney, kind of branchy, whip-like thing grab right at your neck, and you take 4 points of damage.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. And Veet, you're up.
Okay. Veet.
It sounds like chaos. You just hear yelling. You felt that. Did you disconnect yourself?
So I have my own rope.
Yeah.
So I'm belaying off.
Correct. You feel that rope get tugged, but you don't lose your footing.
I'm probably only 15, 20 feet back from them.
Yep. And you can feel pressure on the rope. Things are moving up against it, but not necessarily affecting it.
Okay. I reach into a pouch and I pull out a flask of holy water.
Okay.
Courtesy. And I huck it forward.
Sure.
Towards the noise, the center of the noise, my companions and everything.
You hear the glass break.
Okay.
You're not sure of its effect.
Okay.
Hilgis, you're up.
You're breaking glass.
I will follow you out. I'm going to continue up the rope until I, again, back into what I think is Al.
Okay.
And then the same thing, I'm going to
swing away.
Swing behind me.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Okay. You kind of, you're trying to swing, but now it seems like all of these, it's like being in a thicket. You just can't move your arms properly to get a good swing in. Al.
Oh, awesome. I am going to... I'm going to say, if I want to move up the rope at the same time as Hilgis, do I have to hold my action until his turn so that we can
we're
separate?
I mean, we have the same initiative, so we can...
Basically the same initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
So we're kind of
yeah.
moving together. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll just stay back to back, and I'm just going to have one arm kind of wrapped around the guide rope and just keep moving us forward.
So you're still holding onto the guide rope, but John Bartos has let it free.
Yeah, I mean, you need both hands for both axes.
Yeah, right. And you gonna attack, Matt?
Yeah, I'm basically just gonna... I'm not, like, swinging wildly. If there's just something that grabs onto me, I'm just smashing that shit with the Warhammer.
Yeah, go for it.
Good. I'm not getting anywhere near you.
Go ahead, Matt. Bartos, you're up next.
Yep.
That's... son of a bitch.
You're still tied to the rope that's connected between us.
Yeah.
That's a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
No.
Bartos,
I continue my wild flails in front of me.
carry away.
Flail away. Main attack is a 17.
Yep.
And side piece is a 13.
Hit.
Cool. Both of these plus 10.
Barbarians, when it comes to fucking melee, they just fucking, you can't beat it.
17 damage.
Yeah, that'll... things are scattering at your swings. And make a survival check for me.
Okay. 13.
You're pretty sure you know which way your allies are and which way you're facing.
Okay.
Good. Pretty sure.
And 2 hits on you, John.
Yep.
6 damage.
3.
4 and 2 if that matters.
Yeah, it'd be 3 anyways, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is Veet's turn.
Friends, as Innocuous drops away, come back to me. Come back. Get out of it. And I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to roll for that.
Yeah, sure. Oh, this would be amazing. Oh my god! You wouldn't be able to see the effect. Oh. Fireball centered on self.
And I start to kind of like dart forward and back, like so, like I'm pulsing forward.
Sure. You kind of flash back and forward, and you're kind of testing the periphery of where you think these creatures might be or whatever they are, and you don't feel you felt one, and then you darted a few more times, and you haven't felt any, so you can your feet actually kick branches and bones.
Okay.
You can feel them, and they kind of skitter under your feet, but you don't hear much knocking, and you only felt what you think was 1, maybe 2 of these things.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Hilgis. The Hilgis and Al show.
So V is like pulsing ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, I'm behind you.
Oh, behind.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that you know.
No, I don't know. I don't know that you're behind me.
But I'm still hopefully out of reach.
Let us press on, and I'm gonna same thing. It's working so well so far. Okay, so 21's a hit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
That'll be 6 damage, and then
You hear wood splintering.
nope, on the push.
All right. You guys, it goes quiet. A beat.
Ooh, I may have gotten it.
Are there any others? Kind of breaks the silence.
Can anybody see?
Al, you feel something reaching for you. You can feel it like reaching up your arm. Similar feeling that you've had.
I'm gonna smash it with the Warhammer.
Take a swing.
It's just me.
I'm gonna yell, "It's on me! It's another one on me!" Disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Thank fucking God. I rolled a 15. 15 and a 14. So
Thank God you
14
killed the
plus-
small child we were doing this. Help me!
You hear more of that wooden shattering, and
This is a skull.
again it goes quiet.
I got it. Is anybody else alive?
I'm fine.
Bartas?
Yes.
Helgus?
I'm here.
Veet?
Yeah. I still think we should get back from there.
You guys, the one thing that you did kind of in your kind of rapid back and forth movement, you did kind of again frame the fact that you're on a road. It's got a bit of a side kind of area, grassy area to the side, but then it's walls to the left and right, stone walls.
Okay.
So there's not very far you could go, but you could either continue to move forward. It is now quiet, and you can kind of hear the wind again. You can hear that kind of tinkling of maybe some sort of wind chime or something in not far from you guys on the wind. And yeah.
I listen for my companions, and because I'm still like a little bit way back from them, and I kind of bring the crackling energy to my fingers, and I start to like dart like forward and side to side, like feeling for any of these things reaching for me. If I do, like try to
Release it.
deliver a
Yep.
jolt, but if I don't, I kind of listening to their voices just start to get closer until I'm kind of next to them.
Yeah, you kind of did a quick kind of perimeter sweep, so to speak, and you use that rope to your advantage, kind of belaying off the line. But then you're pretty sure that you guys are free and clear, and you work your way back to the rope that ties you all together.
Let's move forward.
Can I reach up into my little chest pocket and make sure I still have that token there?
You feel it pressed up against you, safe.
Good. No indication that this is a good way to go.
Well,
Hello?
what's better,
Simpson?
Beck?
Simpson, is that you?
Who is that? Who are you?
Who are you?
Anybody know a Simpson?
I think we found Simpson.
My name is... It gets a little closer. Like, it sounds like it's... You feel the line get picked up.
Can you see?
No.
No. Can you?
No.
Well, do you have food?
Christ.
No.
Anything at all?
How long have you been here?
I lived here. Where are you coming from? You say you cannot see.
No.
No,
Where are you from?
not here.
We traveled from Thumb.
It is the blindness has reached.
No. We became blind when we approached this town.
Oh,
Maybe
you did not find.
We should have gone back.
You did not
8
find
hours ago?
Simpson.
maybe.
We may have found Simpson.
What was he wearing?
Ordinary clothes. We sent him to
we
find
found
help.
him.
Did he have maybe 10 copper and 5 silver on him?
You give him that much as well. Oh, yeah.
Yes, do you have anything? I have 10 copper and 5 silver to return.
Simpson is dead. He reached the end of the line.
That is a drastic pun. Take a point of inspiration for that. Go ahead.
Has anybody else come?
No one.
Not travelers a week or two ago.
Perhaps it has been chaos here.
How long
Yeah.
has it been dark?
We're all blind.
It has been now almost 10 days.
Is there anyone else?
There are some, but things have become desperate here.
Oh, no. I've seen Alive.
It happened, as I said, about. Well, first, follow me. It's not safe out here. Follow the rope till you reach me.
Can I I read this guy's voice?
Make a roll.
I follow the rope.
Excellent.
It's a 19 insight.
He sounds pretty earnest.
Okay.
If anything, there was a bit of panic in his voice when you said you didn't have food.
I get close to my companions, slowly like put my hands on them, and it's me.
What the fuck's touching me?
I think they have nothing to offer us but more risk.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I only have 4 hit points. Mm-hmm. And if we're getting led into a feeding pit,
But they may have some information about what happened.
Okay, we stay close. We stay within touch.
Yes.
And we ready to leave.
Are you coming?
Don't lose the rope.
Yes.
Of course, friend. Did he tell us his
Erickson.
Yes. I just continue to call him friend.
You can feel the stone road beneath you. That's one thing that in your journey this far, you've always kind of been able to orient yourself usually. The tricky parts were where the road was washed out.
Yeah.
You would have been pretty desperate without the rope.
Before we go forward, I'm going to use my disguise kit so he doesn't
Perfect.
recognize
So he doesn't recognize you. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah. You guys feel the stones next to you, and you feel you come to where it's tied off to what is clearly like a some sort of gate, a large gate in a larger wall, probably the entrance to this town.
Yeah.
And you feel it kind of the rope go taut across the way, and now he says, "Mind your step. We're going up these steps on the wall. It's safer up here."
from what?
The blight.
Dan, before we go any further forward, we have the 100 feet of rope that's tied between us. I have 50 feet of rope. Mm-hmm. I tie the 50 feet on the end of the 100 feet.
Okay.
And I tie the end of that to like this starting point to the rope here where it's like anchored.
Yep.
So it's only going to help us so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But basically so that we have a point
To get to.
to come back to if we need.
You guys climb these stairs. It feels like it's not very. It's about one flight of stairs, and you can feel the stone to either side of you, and you hear a kind of a creak as a door opens, and you are what you assume is some sort of guard tower. As you kind of enter and feel around along the walls. It's as good a place as any.
Tell us what happened.
2 weeks ago, there was this loud boom. It echoed down the valley, up from the deep well. Matt, you know the deep well is an old term for a lake not far from, very close to this this kind of small town city, and it's where they drew a lot of the water to power a lot of the mills and things that were at this place.
Where?
It's kind of an interesting looking. Well, if you could imagine it, or if you could see,
If only you could see.
it's almost like if you imagine a cliff face and the plateau on top of that cliff, there's a lake up there. So it's like this very thin curtain of stone that held a very deep lake back.
We'll just have to imagine it.
Mm-hmm. Use your imagination. He said that crack echoed down from the valley, and with it came the wave. I think the entire deep well drained out. Many people died that day. But it was what happened after. Nature itself seemed to twist and corrupt. And these white vines grew everywhere, attached themselves to everything. Even if you stayed on the ground just for a little while, they'd latch onto you. And that's when we all became hungry. And then we lost our sight. Everyone. People panicked They attacked one another, desperate for food. But it wasn't long after that Bazgul, you kind of hear this sneer in his voice, and his followers began to gather people up. Somehow they could still see. I could hear them shouting orders. He calls himself Bazgul the Herald. Like he's some sort of fanatic. He's just an idiot. His name's fucking Ben. I grew up with him.
Ben sounds like a real piece of shit.
He always clung to illusions of power, but his bark was always worse than his bite. A bully, but ineffectual. Not anymore. Now he's something else. He told us we were blind to his true power, and here we are. We sent Samson to forage for supplies to find help. We were hoping he'd make it to the crossroads, but...
Not quite.
Why are you here?
The others that came, the strangers, 10 days ago, maybe?
Yes, 2 men. I heard they're coming. I was too afraid to leave the security of this tower. I don't think things ended well for them.
Was it after the blindness?
Yes.
Were they afflicted?
Most likely.
Well,
are you sure you don't have any food?
we left our packs by the gate.
So there's food there?
There may be some left. Stay here. We'll follow the rope. Friends. Stay here. Stay safe in case there are more of the creatures out there.
Yes. Please be quick.
Come.
You guys feel around. You feel the door again, and you can follow the rope.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, this is a single piece of rope, but now it's got knots in it. In what you feel like you occasionally get to are a pretty uniform order. And you walk down the steps and to the gate.
I stop and listen for a moment for the steps of anyone following us.
You don't hear any.
Well, I think we know what we need to do to return. We can tell them what happened.
To return, we need to resolve this.
Everyone make wisdom saves for me again.
No.
I rolled a 2, so I got a 1.
6.
Matt?
14.
I used my
Yeah.
Times of Chaos. Didn't work out. 9.
Everyone but Matt. You, as you're saying it, as you were talking about these foods, you feel this cramp in your stomach, this like clenching, and then like this heat again. That Helgus, you had felt that the first time around.
Ooh, the burning in my stomach is back.
You have to eat.
Where's the pack?
I have some. I start eating.
It's not the time to eat.
You hear packs being opened. You hear rummaging around, and all of you are now eating insatiably.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, we need to get our strength back.
You feel it too. It is. They said the hunger came before the rest, and there is no hope here.
If you eat enough, the burn will go away.
If we do
No,
not
For
you
a
return,
can't.
bit.
Stop. Oh my
You're
fuck
right, I
God.
can't stop. It is so good.
if we do not, if we do not return the Traditium, I send another coterie in. I have the same fate. We must go back so that more can be saved. This was our mission, to discover what happened.
Are you so sure we're going to get our eyesight back? Or that we'll be able to find our way back beyond the rope?
I am sure that if we stay here, there is no hope. These
You're eating.
Well, now that you
You're
guys
just-
have eaten all of our fucking food, we're not going to make it back anyway, you pieces of shit. Knock it the fuck off.
people- So, just for the sake of accounting, so when you said 10 days rations, was that 10 days each? Like 10 per person?
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have so we had used 2. So we actually had was it
3, 4, 5. So
we
we
had
have 5 left.
8, and he ate 1 was
Yeah.
7, and we probably just devoured 3 more entire. So we have 4 days' rations left after this little fucking feeding frenzy.
Yep.
I'm making sure I got mine stashed. I hear them rubbing through their packs. I'm grabbing my pack and making sure mine's safe.
I'm trying to talk in between, just continuously eating.
Yep.
This is something.
Control yourselves.
Yes, it is.
Amateurs. Soft boy bitches.
No, we are hard. We are just very, very hungry.
Even before this, we felt the hunger, right?
Yes,
it just
definitely.
became insatiable.
Yep. But I mean, it was kind of like it was present, but it wasn't like burning as it is now.
So hard, but also so very, very hungry.
If we don't stop what's happening here, we won't make it out. There won't be enough food.
You guys kind of start to slow down a little.
The Tridesium, they have many sages, wizards, clerics. They can help. Now that they know the challenge that they face, if we stay here, we are lost with the others, and this is no benefit to anyone. We could return in time to help these people. If we stay here, you know what it meant when they said
You
things
heard
got
what the
desperate?
kid said? Some little bitch Ben is running this show here.
What if we convince Ben that we will join him? Perhaps he'll give us our sight back.
I very much prefer my plan.
You hear, hello? Did you get lost?
No, we are fine.
There may be more out here. I can hear them.
You're gonna eat the fucking crumbs off their vests, you sons of bitches.
Oh, okay.
We'll be up in a second.
I say, Ilgus, our mission. We were sent here to find what happened, not to fix everything.
And what happened?
The deep water broke. A curse fell
Maybe.
upon these lands.
How did it break? Just, an ancient lake that the Tory have used for centuries, just, poof.
Do you think we can discover and solve all these problems when we are starving and blind?
Going back
Do you think we are so?
soft? Yeah, I do.
Poke you in the stomach.
There's a friend I met on the streets of Ragos. He taught me very early on there's a fine line between being hard and being stupid. Being hard is what you need to do to survive. Being stupid is make decisions that will end that. Vit has survived.
The way I see it, we get to the end of the rope. If we're not able to find our way out, we die.
We have the coin.
And then Luca finds us, is blind as well.
Matt, you're also not sure how long it'll take Luca to respond.
It's not exactly instantaneous there, boys. It, could take him some time, depends on how far away. And then he needs to rest. I know you don't understand how it works, but if he goes too fast, he could kill him.
We need to confront this Ben. Perhaps
I love how evil Ben has become.
Ben. Perhaps we won't even need our sight. If he's some whatever grasper.
He must have found something. I mean, if he was a nobody before, maybe something washed out of that lake and he found it and now he's got... Maybe it's an artifact of some kind.
When he says that, you remember the words of Kaliska, your requisitionist.
Yeah.
Eager for whatever might be here.
I will be eager to lead him back. A better equipped force. I say, listen, friends, I faced danger before. I am not a coward. But when you say forward and resolve this, do you have the slightest idea of what that would entail?
We goad Ben into to a fight or a conversation.
You know that he can see.
You're convincing, man. Vit?
Doesn't seem to be very convincing right now.
Well, we are hard men.
If I can't
Ben is a soft.
if I can't reason with people. I'm not wrong about what they sent us here for.
And what will it look like when we head back and say we can't resolve an issue on our own? You think they'll send us on another mission? You think they'll pay us the full rate?
I don't think we even have any real information. We don't know how or why.
We have far
All we
more
know is
information.
that a thing happened. That's it. What?
They did not know any of these things. They did not know a blight of the land, of the hunger, of the blindness, of the breaking of this wall.
They'd heard rumors of a flood.
If
They
we
knew
don't
some of
return-
what was going on.
If we do not return, they will know none of these things.
My friends, please.
These fuckers are hungry.
So are you. You stayed a whole 2 days worth of food. Look,
And do you think that will
Was
not
that-
happen again?
It
This-
was 3 days,
hold on.
and it was the.
I'm gonna take out some hardtack from my pack and fucking
Okay.
walk it up to the kid. Holding on to
as
the
you-
rope, guide myself up.
You feel his hands on yours as he like grabs it from you. And he says, "Thank you so much." And you can hear that he's eating.
Keep
And-
that quiet. There's not much to go around.
Yes, well, there aren't many of us still left in the city, at least from what I can tell.
Can
Sometimes-
any of them see, or is it just Ben and his cohorts?
Just Ben and those two assholes, Stan and Gareth. They are. They only come into the city, I think, to round people up. I don't know what for, and I know that Ben has a place here in the city. He bought it from my in-laws. It's above a tannery, and I don't think he's there now very often. He seems to spend all his time north now, near the deep well.
If you could see my face better, you'd know how upset I am.
Could you lead us to his house?
Yes, I know it well.
Then lead us.
Give you another
Okay.
biscuit.
We will.
I just got a vision of what's the grandpa's name in the Family Guy?
You want a piece of candy?
There it is. There it is.
Hey there, muscly arms.
Thank you for the food. Right. To Ben's. Okay. So we're going to use this rope. I have it kind of crisscrossing in different parts of the city, and just the knots are the cardinal directions. 1 being north, 2 being south, 3 east, 4 west. At least you can get to one edge of the city or another if you do get lost.
How did you do that? You just knew?
Yeah, I grew up in these streets, and I began to map it.
This has only taken you a few days, or
8. I've been looking for food anywhere I can find it.
Well, show us what you can. If we will find everything we can, and we have powerful allies. If we need to, we will leave and bring help.
As long as you have enough food. If you feel a sharp tug on the rope 2 times, that means you should be silent and do not move. Yes?
All right.
Yes.
That seems like
Okay.
very good guidance. So I'm not sure my companions will listen.
Okay. Here we go. He has taken a small piece of rope and attached it to your group. And you can feel the rope kind of running through your hands now. And you start to pick up on this system of knots that he's used. And you guys have gone down some stairs. And again, you feel flagstones underneath your feet. So you know that you're kind of walking these streets. And you eventually, the rope will kind of hit either a post or a door or, some feature that it's been tied to. And in your mind's eye, you can kind of just see these barren streets, but with these ropes kind of crisscrossing along. And all of a sudden you feel the rope 2 sharp tugs.
I yell and draw my sword.
I go silent and wait for the inevitable call to battle of one of these fucking retards.
What was?
I fall dead silent.
In the silence, you're pretty sure you hear crying. And then you feel one tug on the rope again, and you feel a little tension on it as he's walking forward.
Try to say quietly enough for my companions to hear, get close to them, and hopefully not our friend here. We have enough food to be here for one day and to make it back. And that is it.
One day.
Yeah, if you
If the
control
hunger doesn't
yourself.
strike you either. Yeah, that's a silent addendum. The rope goes 2 more tugs again. You all stand still.
Yep.
This time it's what you smell. It's definitely flesh that's burning.
Cool.
Good.
Nice. Good.
You don't know where you kind of stay there for a beat, kind of just straining your ears. You hear like a bit of a chime again, that wind chime, and nothing. And then again, that one tug to keep moving. You again, your sense of smell is struck first. Because it's pretty vile. A tannery smells bad to begin with.
Yeah.
Now imagine one that hasn't been maintained. Things are rotting. Burnt flesh has a more
Pleasant.
not pleasant, but you can identify
Appetizing.
that. Yeah. This is rot for sure. You hear doors open very slowly, that kind of creak of a door opening. And the rope that's kind of been at your side that you've been holding, you feel it drop. And now you're being led by kind of the tension of Erickson in front. And you hear his voice. We're here. And as you're walking through, you feel things brush up against you. And you can feel like you kind of reach out. You can feel the fur of an animal. And it kind of brushes your face, but everything makes you jump because you're not exactly sure what it is. Someone definitely steps in something soft and rotten, and the smell is nearly unbearable. And then you hear Erickson again. He says, "There are stairs here." And you can hear him start walking up a set of wooden stairs. And you move your way upstairs, feeling along the way there's a railing. And again, you hear another door open at the top. And you kind of start to push into this room at the top, or what you imagine to be a room. And Matt, you feel a soft crunch under your foot. It's imagine like a small pile of sand on a wood floor that you step into. Like it's got that grittiness to it. And you hear Erickson say, This is his place.
Okay.
How will we find things when... Oh.
Can
Well,
I try
let's-
to cast Detect Magic? I don't know if it's going to work, but...
Sure, go ahead.
Let's feel around.
Okay.
Let's feel around.
Go ahead. Snoop around.
John,
Yeah.
you step on something as well. You know it's sand. You can feel the bits of rock, essentially.
You
And
do
know.
sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Yep. Matt, you sense it very, very strongly.
Does it feel like it's coming from below me?
No, like
In
kind
the
of
gritty
out in front of you.
sand? In front
You reach down and realize that the sand goes off in both directions.
Sand?
There's something magical here in front of us.
Strong?
Yes.
Is there like an end to this sand? Like,
You feel it, and you feel another line of it. And you start to feel around, and it's definitely got this like the sense of a pattern to it.
Can I?
So the whole floor
Veet
isn't covered
doesn't
in
know.
sand?
What a summoning
this
circle
is.
is.
The whole floor isn't covered in sand, just parts of it?
There's a
Does
pattern.
anybody have arcane they want to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, go ahead.
I have a -1. Should I?
Can I assist him by
Sure.
like calling out the pattern?
Yeah.
Give you the advantage.
Cool. Oh, that was super helpful. That's a dirty 20.
Wow. You know that this is. You're not sure whether it's a summoning circle or it's a ritual circle used to cast some sort of spell. You're leaning towards the latter.
Ritual?
Yeah, to cast a spell.
This seems like some sort of ritual circle.
And
I'm
at
not
the
sure what
center of it,
for.
at the center of it, Matt, is where that energy radiates.
But if I can feel right, it's the center is the most powerful point.
I start to slowly move forward.
Yeah, you do.
No way out but through. Let's fucking go.
I'm just feeling around. Like I'm working the outside of the room and just like,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're bumping into furniture and stuff like that, crashing about.
Yeah, like grabbing things off of tables. Is this it?
I say very quietly as I move forward, I know what this is. This is above our pay grade.
Josh,
What
you
is it?
reach out and you touch something.
Reach out and touch.
Matt, can you take your headphones off? And John and Ryan, can you leave the room for a sec?
Oh, what?
Right.
All right, everyone. We've kicked everyone out but Josh. And I'm going to let him know what's going to happen. First of all, Josh, whatever you lay your hands on makes your blood sing. It feels familiar. It feels good. It feels like an extension of you.
Okay. Like this?
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
3. Before you, in your mind's eye,
I wish I said 2.
is this kind of spinning shape. And it's got these 3 sides to it. And it slowly stops spinning. And in front of you is this skull. It's the skull of like a cattle, a cow, a long skull. And it's kind of got these pinpricks of eyes, like this glowing ember in it. And its eyes brighten a little as it stops and looks at you. And it says, "Ah, a kindred spirit. Let's get a good look at you."
Fuck.
Yes. We are made to be free, you and I. Unchecked. To do in this world what we will. An offer. I will restore your eyesight. If you would simply sunder this little piece of home. You know that he's talking about whatever you're touching. You're not sure what it is. And as he kind of says that shape spins again, and for a moment you catch kind of this glimpse of a floating city, like it's just out there in the ether. And you have some memory of being there, of standing on one of those balconies, looking out onto a bizarre landscape, and it feeling normal. And it spins again. And in this last facet, there is a man. His feet on a banquet table, kicked up, and it looks like he's playing cards with another man. And his eyes turn and look at you, and he says, "Come, Vit, won't you join?" And he says, kind of in this nonchalant way, "My, it looks like you've gotten yourself into some deep water. The Judicium are meddling little fucks, but I suppose keep your friends close." And he taps the side of his nose. "Seems like the blind leading the blind over there. Perhaps I can help. Care for a game of chance?"
Always.
Good. I knew you would. Come, grab a seat. And you find that you are kind of walking into this banqueted hall. It's just him and this other man who looks like he's been playing cards with him. And he says, here are the rules. If you win, I restore your sight free of charge. If you lose, here is the price. You return this little piece of chaos to me. To my comrade here, in fact, Signor Rossi. He kind of gestures to his side. What do you say? High card wins.
And the sides of my companions?
Just yours, I'm afraid.
I take a risk for all. I need to gain benefit for all. I am on a mission. I don't think you'll get much of an offering from the others. They're not really the gambling type.
Ah, I imagine they see something very different when they look at this. The chance may not be available to all. High or low, it is a simple game. A game of chance.
Low card.
Very good. He puts a deck of cards. That's not a deck we can use. We'll just we'll roll die to say high or low. Classic D&D.
D20?
Yeah. So if you roll low, you get your eyesight back. If you roll higher than him, you have to return whatever this is to this man, Signor Rossi. All right? Ready?
Yep.
You rolled 7.
3.
All right. All right. Josh, you are out of here. Can you send in John?
John. Hello, counselor.
All right, John.
Yes, sir.
You are feeling around.
Yeah.
You've been tracing this grit on the floor, and then your hands reach the center. And you, all of a sudden, you feel that familiar kind of white-hot rage in you when you go into battle. You feel it welling up, kind of almost taking over your senses. It taps kind of into an ancient time when you can nearly remember being locked away in stone when you weren't flesh. The peace and the madness of that time kind of clawing at you. You know that as much as the stone is your home, it was also a prison. And something whispers to you that this stone, this thing that you're touching, is a prison. It's dark and clinging. And you know that inescapable feeling that in that eternity that you were part of the stone, you went through times of madness and through times of sanity. And something whispers to you right by your ear, but you can't turn and look at it.
Yeah.
And it smells, you can smell its breath. It smells like brimstone, like the stone is rotting. And it says, you remember what it's like. Free me as you would free your brothers and sisters. Free me and you shall see again. And in your mind, you know that you could break this rock, cleave it with your axe if you wanted to. All right, you're out of here.
Okay. Who's that?
Send in Ryan. Ryan, you're kind of crashing about in the periphery here, and then you kind of take a turn and you're kind of moving across the floor, and your hands touch something in front of you, and it immediately begins to heat up in your hands. And as you kind of hold your hands to it, trying to figure out what it is, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And you have just this picture in your mind of writhing chaos and kind of this twisted energy. And along those bands of energy is this rot that's creeping through it. And you know that whatever you're touching is unstable and tainted by evil. And there's sort of this bright flash and you have this feeling that something has acted on your behalf. Most likely, you feel that same warmth when you have said your prayers at night. And you know that something has sheltered you from evil. And that's the kind of the feeling you get. All right. And you're out. And Matt, all right, Matt.
It's my turn now.
Your turn now. Matt, let's see. You've been kind of tracing this circle. You're trying to feel what's here, and you reach out towards the circle where this energy is coming from.
I poke it with my warhammer. I'm not touching I'm not going skin to skin with whatever that is.
It first it pings, and then it's like your warhammer isn't touching something, and then it feels like it's touching something soft, and then it's solid again. It keeps shifting, kind of as you're resting the hammer on it.
God damn it, you're going to make me go skin to skin. All right, I'll poke it.
As your hand reaches out and your stubby little finger touches it.
Wait, so with detect magic, I can sense magic. Can I sense what school it is?
It's very hard. It's shifting all the time. It's chaotic. But in Regnum, one of the schools of magic areas is demonic. And you definitely see parts of that flash through it just as you lay your hand down.
So
and in your mind's eye,
okay,
you're standing on this rough stone surface in a kind of twilight light. It's sort of a unlimited horizon, and the light comes from all directions. It's hard to tell if it has a source or it's just kind of this omnidirectional thing. But what you can see all around you are these boulders, massive rocks, some even the size of small mountains, floating through space, gently spinning. And far off in the distance, you can kind of hear a deep rumble where some of these rocks have collided and are grating against one another. And you look down and you're standing on one of these, and it's this large oblong stone with these geometric kind of occlusions sticking out of it, maybe 20 or 30 feet long. And you know that whatever you're touching used to be a part of this rock. And in it are carved hundreds of arcane symbols. And then you kind of catch something different. You catch a druidic inscription, and it reads, "Bound in stone, bound in magic, here Kiaga the Devourer lies. Set adrift in the umbra shall he remain. To those that would free him you are blind, and shall blind us by your intention. Only a white heart cleansed by fire would clear the dust from your dark eyes." And as you're reading those words, the glyphs kind of glow, and you see this tether of light snap into existence around the rock, and you can feel the whole stone get yanked hard and begins hurtling through the sky. And all of a sudden you realize you can see that you're in the sky above the whole road that you just walked up. You can see the crossroads where you started. You can see the mountains you've been walking towards, and you can see that this rock is hurtling towards, looks like the town, and then you have that certainty that it's heading towards the deep well, and then you're back in the room. I'm going to bring everyone back. Okay.
Cool. Can you send me that bound in stone,
Yep.
bound in magic?
Yep. I will send it to you now. You guys can go back in. All right.
Seems like we're right about to wrap everything up.
Wrap it all up.
Clean.
We might.
Problem solved.
And now everything that you guys experienced, it happened in, a second. And you all realize that your you're kind of standing all together now in this circle. And you hear Erickson kind of say into the quiet, is everything okay?
Did anything change for anyone?
Josh, you can see.
Oh, weird.
Super weird.
Oh, wow. Nobody else, huh?
Nope.
Cool.
No, it's still fucking dark.
I look around.
You are
Anybody else?
standing in an apartment by kind of any given account. There's a bed in one corner. There's, a latrine. And then there is this large circle. And it has these geometric patterns in it. They're kind of, now you guys have kind of disturbed all of them. And at this center, this thing that you touched, it is constantly shifting, shape to shape, all kind of raw material. At one point, you almost think that it's fire, and then it turns into water, like this kind of floating bubble of water, and then it turns to stone, and then it's kind of a mixture of all of them, and it keeps shifting. And at one point, it looks almost geometric in its organization, and it kind of holds that pattern for a second and then shifts again. It looks like bismuth. Do you know what that looks like?
That
I can show you a
like
picture.
crystally.
Yep. It's very kind of geometric, very structured. When it held that shape.
Okay.
But it's kind of centered in the middle of this circle, and everyone's kind of a few feet removed from it at this point.
Bueller?
I touched
Bueller?
something very hot, and it felt like I prayed, and now I'm not touching it anymore.
Is it still there?
I'm going to reach out with my warhammer and try to fucking touch it again.
You hear like a slight splash and then a ting. You're watching it. It kind of yields to the hammer, but it's still shifting around it.
Do we want to?
Oh,
Take
good.
this
You're
back
still
with us?
alive.
Take
What
it
is
back.
it? Can you see? Bueller? What the fuck?
Will you free these people? I say to the thing, to the stone.
You don't hear anything back.
It
I
can't.
walk up to it.
What are you talking to?
Veet reaches out, kind of puts his hands around it.
It stabilizes to that structure that you saw.
Okay. I unsling my pack.
Veet.
Is Veet here?
Is he
I
here?
pick it up.
Did he do that thing again?
I'm starting to wave my war axe
I draw
around
my-
now
I
because
draw
this thing's
my-
not
my
here
axe
and they're
out.
not talking. So I'm starting to get real fucking nervous.
You guys are, Matt, you're kind of waving around your hammer. You haven't hit anything yet. And Josh, you slide this thing into your pack. Do you bring out your axes,
Yeah.
John? You see
Somebody
him
say something.
draw.
It's okay. It's okay.
What do you mean?
No, it's not. What's going on?
Did you all hear that too? Did it talk to you?
No.
Yes.
Did it offer you a deal?
No.
No. What deal?
Veet,
Can you
are you still
see?
there?
I'm here. We need to leave this place.
But we
And,
can't leave if we can't see.
I will guide you.
So you can. I'm gonna roll. Presence, whatever the sense motive.
Insight.
Sure.
Is
yeah.
it's inside these days. I rolled a 17 something.
I mean, I just said
Yeah.
I will guide you. I'm not.
His voice sounds steady.
You remember the path, Veet?
I do.
Ericsson's still here. Erickson, are you still here?
Erickson says, "Wait, one of you can see?"
Apparently.
I have a feeling we need to remove this from this place.
What is it?
Will it restore their sight? Will it restore their town?
Only the Tradisium will know for sure.
If we destroy it,
No.
This is
We're not destroying anything. What is it?
It is a good question. What is it?
beyond us. We must bring it to those who can answer these questions. You asked to resolve. I think this is our best chance.
what if we leave and they're still blind? The
We-
blight still controls this area.
Then we have more answers now than we did before.
What if we bring this thing back to the Tradisium and it causes blight upon them? destroys the Tradisium from the inside out.
If they cannot solve it, then no one can. Isn't that true?
You guys hear some shouting further off in the city somewhere. It's hard to make out what they're saying, but it sounds pretty gruff. And then you kind of hear someone screaming, and then it kind of fades out again.
I shoulder the pack and walk over to Hilgus and put my hand on his shoulder. I say, Hilgus the Brave,
Hey, Nicole.
we must return with the answers. So we can
Insight.
help these people.
If you can see, then we must lead them out of the city.
So Erickson says, so you can see.
Yes.
How is this possible? How can I see?
I do not know. But I know our time is short.
But this thing, can I touch it as well? Is that what gave you your sight?
We are trained by the Tradisium. It would be far too dangerous.
You guys know that he's
Soft
trying to
boy.
pull the wool over this guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It sounded pretty convincing to me. I think
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is dangerous.
You do not want to meddle with things you do not understand.
But he can see now. How is that not a boon?
It is a burden.
What?
I take a great risk to take this. And we do it so that we can help these people. I look at Bartosz, who can't hear me, but can hear my voice like direct towards him.
Did all of you touch it?
No. Well, did I touch it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We did, and we're not able to see.
We do not have the same gifts as our friend here, clearly.
Or
You are
perhaps
truly
they'd make the
blessed.
same deal.
Erickson, for saving us and bringing us here, you will follow us, and we'll bring you back to the Tradisium. There, they may be able to restore your sight.
What about the others?
We can only take so many.
They will help them in turn.
The faster we get back, the faster we can bring help.
Yes.
You're not that fast. I have a day, maybe two.
We have ways to move quicker than you realize.
The crossroads are at least 3 days away.
I start to slowly walk towards the stairs.
I can't see you do that, so I have no idea.
Friends,
You're still all tied together.
I gently tug on the rope.
He's tied to you guys. That's how you guys got here.
Okay.
Go ahead and cut it. Go ahead.
Erickson,
What's your alignment there, buddy?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay.
No one will see.
Leaning good. Maybe.
is it? Erickson, we'll make sure you make it out. Just follow us.
We're going to leave everyone behind?
Only so we can help him.
This is the only way. If we don't make it out with this, then nobody will know. And they'll all die anyways.
It's a fine line between hard and stupid, Erickson. This is the hard choice.
And we are the Hard Boys. Fuck yeah.
The Hard Boys will return.
You see him kind of like fretting. And it's weird because obviously you can see him, but he can't see what he's doing.
I draw the dagger.
Uh-huh.
I rest it on the rope.
We're going to leave him.
If you wish to stay, we can leave you some food. We will return as quick as we can.
Almost on cue when he says food. Can everyone make wisdom saves for me?
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you son of a...
17.
I rolled a 1.
12.
And Matt?
16.
There goes 2 days of
Hilgis
food.
and Bartos. You guys are,
Food, yes.
again, think that food like all of a sudden takes over your mind and you start reaching for your packs. And Erickson hears you and he goes for, he goes for Hilgis. He's not like attacking you,
Yeah.
but he can smell the food and he starts trying to grab at it.
I hit him in the back of the head with a pommel.
Okay. He collapses. He's so malnourished.
What's that?
We under attack.
As they're eating like feverishly, I say, like hoping to cue into their desperation, I say, my friends, we are running out of time.
Oh, you soft body fucks are eating again? Let's get the fuck out of here.
The rations are so good. Are you sure you don't want any?
Yeah, I'll eat it once where I can see and we're out of this cursed place.
It's better in the dark.
Follow me, friends. Quickly.
You lead them down the stairs and you lead them out into the streets, and you can see that kind of spider web of ropes that he's left behind, and you kind of duck underneath them and work your way through. The rest of you are kind of being almost pulled along at this point. And Josh, you're on, you can see the wall as it runs alongside of you. You're walking parallel to it. You're not entirely sure where you are in the city, but you can see the wall and you start following that out. And you come to what looks like a pretty main thoroughfare. It looks like the further you get away from the tannery, the nicer the buildings get. The tannery is just fucking awful. But now there's some trade stores, there's a forge, and you get to sort of this main crossroad. You also see a number of stores where they've been carving marble. You heard from him that's what's in these hills often. And you come to this large thoroughfare, and you can see maybe 3 blocks down, looks like the gate that you guess you came through.
Okay, well, haul ass. Come on, quickly, friends.
Before you step into that thoroughfare, you hear screaming again down the other end. And you see these 2 men. One is dragging a woman by her hair, and the other is carrying a child by its arm. And they're heading away from the city. It looks like up towards the mountain.
There are creatures about. We must move quick.
You guys feel the pull, the tug again of the rope, and you hear these, as you walk out of the city, these screams kind of, you hear them on the wind. The wind is bringing them to you, but they are distinctly, sobs and cries.
The monsters, they can sound like children. They're trying to draw us.
And as you get to the gate, you see like this weird amalgam of branches and bones. You know, it must have been
what we fought through.
And one of the things that you've also noticed, you didn't see too many where you were, but you've seen more now, are these mounds. They're about the size of a body, and they're completely covered over by this mycelium. And they're these small little, almost like a small sapling, but with bones kind of woven into it.
Yep. Time to go.
And you walk through the gates.
Merrily skipping down the road.
All the way home. And we'll end it there.
Oh, God damn.
Okay, so we're the good guys?
You're the good guys.
Okay.
You survived.
I am a good guy.
Level up.
We survived. We found out what's happening here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Can't wait to come back to the...
bringing this artifact back.
Yeah.
Study.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Check.
Yeah.
Fucking standing in front of that aircraft carrier. Mission accomplished, motherfucker.
Q banner.
Jesus.
All right. Well, the next time, if you guys are playing the same characters, you'll level up. That's probably how we'll do things. These one-shots, you'll get to level up, and as we move along through the world of Regnum. And we hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks for listening.
See ya.
Later.
See ya.
I'm still hungry.
That was
So you're gonna take a warlock.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed another installment of our Choose Your Own Adventure series. Our intro music is by Wilhelm Scream. Our outro music is by Antti Martikainen. Scores are by Antti Martikainen and Adrian von Ziegler. Find links to check out all of them, as well as links to all of our social media, bonus episodes, and a lot more stuff at our website, nastygramrpg.com. See you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.